players prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
First opportunity to run through the tee and play inside a Neyland Experience Vol Walk. I know I'm unbelievably excited about those opportunities and traditions, get a chance to live them out in game. I know for our players too, an opportunity that we're back to normal capacity inside Neyland Stadium and a real atmosphere inside of that. And they're excited. We're excited about going out and showing the work that we've put into the last 7.5, 8 months and being ready to go play some football.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. That was head coach Josh Heupel, who just met with the media. It is officially game week. It is game week. We are just 3 short days away from football time in Tennessee. Now, the team itself, they've been in game week. Probably, I think they went into game prep, practice type mode over the weekend. But it is game week for us. We are ready to go. Josh Heupel just met with the media. He did name a starting quarterback. We'll take a look at that. We'll look at his comments. But as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that thumbs up just below the video. Whether you agree, whether you disagree, if you enjoy the content here on the Talkin VAWLS Network, please go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you're new, welcome. We are 3 guys that love Tennessee athletics. We don't pretend to be something we are not. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. So come on in. We go live every single Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and then also Saturdays immediately following the games. But let's get into it. Let's see some of the comments made by head coach Josh Heupel as he just stepped down from the podium where he met with the media after practice today.
I mentioned, at the beginning of training camp that we thought we'd have a starting quarterback by game week. Joe Milton will be our starting quarterback. Talked to those guys earlier about that. Not naming a backup. Believe in what those guys are ready to do, given the opportunity. They've continued to grow and compete, all 3 of them together. Joe's had an opportunity to take a bunch of the reps with the ones here as of late and has continued to develop, but believe in the other 2 guys as well. And they've handled the meeting room, handled the practices the right way. Excited about that room as a collective group. So with that, we'll open it up for some questions.
So there you have it. Joe Milton named the starter heading into the Bowling Green game. Look, it comes as no surprise. It should not surprise anybody. And again, it goes back to what I said at the top of this video. We're not experts. We're not insiders. But if you tap into the correct sources such as VolQuest or the Swain Event or Eric Ainge, his podcast, there were all types of signs out there that indicated Joe Milton was going to be QB1. It goes all the way back to what Heupel talked about there, where they started to divide up the reps in practice. Joe Milton has been taking reps as the starting quarterback for a couple of weeks now. Joe Milton, according to Josh Heupel, gives this team the best opportunity to go out and win on game day. And I know we all hate that. It's battered VAWLS syndrome. It's what we went through with Jarrett Garantano. But Jarrett Garantano, Jeremy Pruitt, that coaching staff has nothing to do with Josh Heupel, with Joe Milton, or what is going on in Knoxville right now. So we need to put that in the past, move on, trust Josh Heupel. If Josh Heupel doesn't get it done, then you're going to hear us on this channel proceed to tell you that we don't believe he's going to get it done. But I choose to sit back and wait. It's a wait-and-see approach. Let's see what Joe Milton looks like against Bowling Green. And yes, that's a cupcake. Joe Milton should look like $1 million. If he doesn't, then we're going to come on here Saturday postgame with a lot of concern. But I choose to trust Josh Heupel. Who do I think knows more about playing college football, playing more specifically the quarterback position in college football? Myself, sitting on my couch, eating Cheetos, watching football, or Josh Heupel, Heisman Trophy runner-up, national championship winning quarterback? I choose to trust Josh Heupel when it comes to Joe Milton. Now, as a fan, what's fans short for? That's short for fanatics. We're all fanatics. We're all crazy. We're all nuts. We like the armchair quarterback. That's what makes being a fan great. So if you have different opinions, that's fine. Express them. But let's wait and see what Joe Milton does in this offense. I don't care what Joe Milton did at Michigan. He's got all the physical attributes. He's got the size. He's got the arm. You heard Coach Heupel talk about his decision-making. Josh Heupel's on that practice field every single day with Joe Milton, watching him develop. And I truly believe that this quarterback competition was wide open from the beginning, but Joe Milton was your front runner. Joe Milton is the guy that Josh Heupel was keeping an eye on. But Eric Ainge talked about it on his podcast. There is no quarterback on this football team that can say they did not get an opportunity. They all had opportunities with the ones. That goes from offensive line to wide receivers to running backs across the board. They had opportunities with the ones. Joe Milton won the job. Now, again, going back to the word fanatic, we can all have our opinions. You can choose to hate Joe Milton if you want. You can choose to hope that he fails so that you can say, I told you so. But at the end of the day, I think that we as a fan base should get behind Josh Heupel. We should get behind Joe Milton and show our support for this football team. The media went on to ask Josh Heupel how Harrison Bailey and Hendon Hooker handled the news that Joe Milton was going to be the starting quarterback on Thursday night. This was his response.
Starting quarterback.
I don't think there's just one thing. First of all, I truly mean this, and sometimes coaches get up and just say it. But I really do love that group, man. They've continued to grow. They push each other. They're really positive with each other. Our team and our offensive group sees and feels that energy. All three of them have a positive effect on the offensive group and the team as a whole. They've handled that throughout this entire process, which is really difficult to do. I really believe that all three of them have an opportunity to go play at a really high level given the opportunity. At the end of the day, felt like Joe, just his grasp over our offense in a short amount of time, the growth during the middle portion of training camp, his acceleration in what we're doing, some physical attributes, decision-making, led us to put the ball in his hands here this first ball game.
He went on to talk about how Hendon Hooker, Harrison Bailey both handled it well. They handled it like pros. And Tennessee needs that. Joe Milton is one injury away, one broken finger, one bum knee. You don't know. The schedule is a grind. The SEC is a grind. I would love nothing more than to see Hendon Hooker and Harrison Bailey continue to compete. We don't know what the future looks like. With the transfer portal, the way the game is changing, this isn't the end of Harrison Bailey's story. And I dropped a video earlier today talking about Taven Jackson, how a lot of people are calling him the future of Tennessee football. Does Harrison Bailey want to compete? Does he want to continue to compete with Joe Milton and Hendon Hooker? When you look at the amount of eligibility, Hendon Hooker's got 2 years because of a COVID year. Joe Milton has 3 years because of a COVID year. Some people making comparisons of Joe Milton to Cam Newton, which I don't agree with, not until he proves it on the field. But I would think that Joe Milton's goal is to get to the league. And if he comes out and does what Josh Heupel thinks he can do, then maybe Joe Milton isn't going to be around for 3 years. Maybe he's one and done. Maybe he's back for 2 years. I don't know. This isn't the end for Harrison Bailey. He's going to have an opportunity to compete. Now, will that be with against Joe Milton? Will that be against Taven Jackson? Or will that be for another school and another place? And if that's the case, I would wish Harrison Bailey nothing but success. And Josh Heupel's not going to get up there in front of the media and say that Hendon Hooker and Harrison Bailey took the news terrible. I know that. But if Harrison Bailey is the competitor that we think he is, if Hendon Hooker is the competitor that we believe he is, then those guys are going to continue to work and continue to improve. Josh Heupel just said it. He likes that entire room and all three of those guys work together. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Should come as absolutely no surprise. This ain't me telling you I told you so. It's me telling you the right people told you so. But leave me a comment. Are you excited about Joe Milton? Do you like his physical attributes, what he does in this Josh Heupel offense? Do you trust Josh Heupel? Again, who do you think knows more? Joe Blow on the couch, eating Cheetos, watching College Game Day, or a Heisman Trophy runner-up and a national championship winning quarterback? If you want to support the channel, make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, you can pick up the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Just go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Tons of different styles, designs, color options, good prices, good quality merchandise. Any and all support would be greatly appreciated. But if not, again, just smash that thumbs up. Hope to see you tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time for Talkin' VAWLS Live. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
The songs how like